What's up, guys? Welcome back to MMA Today. Now, I just want to cover a few different topics for you guys. First, I wanted to cover Ariel Helwani and how he's been on this whole entire disrespectful campaign towards Islam Makhachev. Now, Islam Makhachev and Alexander Volkanovski had a great, fantastic fight, arguably fight of the year. But I felt like Islam Makhachev rightfully won that fight by unanimous decision. And I felt like guys are trying to give Volkanovski so much credit that they're diminishing Islam Makhachev, especially this guy right here, Ariel Helwani. Now, I'll go ahead and explain to you guys. Let's go ahead and watch a little clip where Ariel Helwani is just openly disrespecting Islam Makhachev. Basically, he's trying to say that Islam Makhachev he won the contest technically, but he didn't win the fight. And he's basically trying to make all these excuses towards Volkanovski, giving so much cool points, so much credit. I feel like he has something against either Dagestani fighters or he has against something against guys who fight under Ali and things like that. I feel like he's very against those type of fighters. Same thing he does to Kamaru Usman. Same thing he does to a lot of guys like Khabib. He likes to kind of diminish them and up the guys who like to come on the show like Israel, like Volkanovski and things like that. Let's go ahead and listen to this clip real quick.
You say that for two reasons. Number one, worth noting for the OG fans, if this was a pride fight, Volk is winning that fight, right? Meaning how you end the night is most important, right? Well, just like how you would score a street fight, right?
Let's go ahead and pause that right there. First of all, why is that important, worth noting? That has nothing to do with the fight that happened. That's not how we score fights today. That's not how we score fights in the UFC. So I just found him bringing that up in general is like discrediting Islam Makhachev because you're trying to say that Volk deserves even more credit for doing well in the fifth round, when in reality, rounds 1 through 4 could have gone to Islam. Even the judge gave it 49-46. At least Islam won at least 3 of those rounds. So you should not weigh the fifth round or how the way the fight ended as the reason why you're giving him this much credit, you know? So let's go ahead and fast forward to 25 minutes, and he says something even more crazy if you guys want to look at this.
Of Leon Edwards.
Well, you guys don't even agree with me on that one.
Take the floor.
Here's why. Islam Makhachev on Saturday night won the contest. Alex Volkanovski won the fight. He won that fight. Islam won the contest.
We can't do that.
Dude, I'm allowed to do whatever the fuck I want. Islam.
You see how the way he just got mad that his buddy over there on the right said you can't do that because it doesn't make any sense. You're discrediting Islam Makhachev by saying that he did not win the fight. He did win the fight. That's how we score fights. Now, this isn't a street fight. This isn't pride rules, but you're going out of your way to give Alexander Volkanovski even more credit for losing. We never give losers this much credit, but for some reason, everybody, including Ariel, is trying to defend Volkanovski and give him more credit than the guy who actually won the fight. And it's funny because he's contradicting himself because a couple of years ago, I have a clip that I want to show you guys where he basically is going against everything he's saying right here.
Islam won 3 out of 5 rounds. The guy who was standing the tallest at the end of the night, to me, and at the end of the day, pound for pound, is who is the best fighter, all things equal, on the planet. Volkanovski won the fight. He won the contest. Now, I'm not...
That is so ridiculous to me for him to say that, because let's go ahead and pull up what he had to say about Dominic Reyes and John Jones. If you guys remember, that was a close fight as well. John Jones will end up winning the 4th and 5th round, and a lot of people are saying, oh, we got to count that 5th round even more because at the end of the day, John Jones is standing up taller than Dominic Reyes did, because Dominic Reyes gassed out and kind of faded away throughout the fight, but he still deserves to win, and he didn't. And Ariel Helwani is going to contradict his whole arguments that he's saying right now, and let me go ahead and just play that for you.
Sit down, 10-9, 10-8, 10-7, move on to the next. Now, another one, the championship rounds. Did he do enough in the championship rounds? That doesn't exist as well. Round 5 means just as much as round 1. A home run in the bottom of the 9th to tie the game means just as much at the end of the day as an RBI single in the first inning. You get what I'm saying? A big shot in the 4th quarter is still 2 points, much like that layup in the 1st quarter. You don't get extra points for what you did in the 4th and 5th round. So I hear from people, championship medal, and,
I'll pause it right there. You guys can see it right there. The bias is showing. He can't even avoid it. He's over here saying in this scenario that the 4th and 5th round cannot weigh more than the entire fight. But at the same time, you're giving Volkanovski credit for winning that 4th and 5th round. Those championship rounds that you spoke about, that you're saying that doesn't matter as much, like everything's equal. first round, second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, they're all supposed to be equal. But you're going in here and you're making the argument that Volkanovski deserves a pound for pound ranking spot over Islam Makhachev, even though he lost a head-to-head matchup, because at the end of the fight, he stood up taller. He had a better fifth round. That's not how we score fights. That's not even the idea of how we should be thinking about a fight. We should be looking at a fight in its entirety, and that's how we do it. This is not like you just said, in the fourth round, a three-pointer matters just as much in the first quarter as it does the fourth quarter. Let's go ahead and it's funny. Look how he contradicts his own argument about the pride rules as well.
He rose to the occasion, and he didn't pour it on in the championship rounds in the fourth and fifth. No, that doesn't count. This isn't pride. We're not scoring the fight on the whole in total.
It's not pride. We're not scoring the fight in its totality. But at the same time, you can say Volkanovski won the fight because you're going off these pride rules. You're going off these street fight rules because it's your boy. Now, Ariel Helwani, I'm sick and tired of him. I feel like he just deserves to get exposed because just like the whole Jamal Hill situation, he's being biased towards the guy who comes on his show, the guy who he's a fan of, the guy who he likes personality-wise, and just for him to be this media guy, won journalist of the year multiple years in a row, things like that, done a lot for the sport, but at the same time, you're being openly biased and it has to be called out. Now, I want to go ahead and explain to you guys why I think that Islam Makhachev should be the pound-for-pound number one guy. Now, Islam Makhachev beat him not only head-to-head, but I feel like he beat him skill-wise. He beat him on the feet. He did better on the feet because he landed cleaner shots and he was more accurate than Volkanovski. Volkanovski won on total strikes, but if you guys remember, he did those little tip-tap shots in the fourth round where he was just punching backwards, which really did no effect to Islam Makhachev, but that's how he won on the striking aspect in terms of total strikes. But if you guys watch the fight round by round, Islam Makhachev was getting the better of Volkanovski on the feet, which I didn't see coming. And then also the grappling aspect, Islam Makhachev was a better grappler, was able to get at least like 7 minutes of control time, and that matters. He was a better overall fighter skill-wise, not just size-wise, skill-wise. And I think a lot of people are focusing more on the size of each other instead of the actual skill that we watched in the octagon. Now, Megan Anderson, a former fighter, she's from Australia, so I know that she's going to be biased towards Volk, but she voted on ESPN's pound-for-pound rankings list, and she said that she kept Volk as number one, and I think the way that she explained it is the reason why a lot of people also feel like why Volk should be number one. Now, she said, I kept Volkanovski as number one because while the fight was super close, I thought he edged the decision 3 rounds to 2. I also felt like Volk took more risk in taking the fight than Islam did by going up in weight class, even though the judges didn't score it in his favor. Volk cemented himself as the number one guy. Negan, he didn't risk more than Islam. Islam, if he lost his fight, he was gonna lose his belt. If Volk lost his fight, he wasn't gonna lose his belt. He was gonna go to featherweight, and his stock would probably go up. His stock has gone up even more since he lost the fight because they're giving him this credit for going up in weight originally. Islam's not getting credit for being a guy who's smaller than him. Everybody's saying that Islam should have dominated this guy. Everybody's saying Islam should have beat this guy. Islam walking away with a close win against Alexander Volkanovski has actually kind of is tarnishing his legacy because they're trying to say that Islam Makhachev isn't as good as people think because Volkanovski did good against him. So I just find that that's a crazy argument from Megan Anderson. I don't find it that way because I feel like Volkanovski is a great fighter, deserves a lot of credit, but he lost the fight at the end of the day. Brad Akimoto also made a statement as well as to why he picked Islam Makhachev as the pound-for-pound king. And I think I agree more with Brad Akimoto. He said, I understand the arguments for Volkanovski, and I don't strongly disagree, but so much about pound-for-pound rankings is speculative. And in this case, we saw a fight between these two, Makhachev as a winner. 100% I agree with him. A lot of people say, but what about if this guy was this size? What about if this guy was this weight class? Well, we got to actually see a head-to-head matchup between these two, and Islam Makhachev ended up winning that fight, so he should automatically get that ranking. Now, you guys let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Do you guys think that Islam Makhachev should be ranked number one? Do you guys think that Volkanovski should be ranked number one? Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys also think about Ariel Helwani? And I exposed him a couple times now. I think that he deserves to keep on getting exposed because we got to call out this bias in the media because it affects these fighters at the end of the day. If you guys see Islam Makhachev, he's getting a lot of hate from the MMA community, and it's because guys like Ariel Helwani are going on their show and discrediting his wins. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.